Okay. So yes, you're telling me. So the offset. So we're looking at
See an
504 fifth way. So you just went over.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's offsets that looks like that was put in improperly and then had to be corrected. It's kind of a plumber would not run an 1.25 inch line, you know, or 1.5 inch line. Even though it's by code, it would be accepted for sinks and showers and stuff.
Okay.
Always usually run 2 inch, and then you'll usually I don't see that the sink is going to be vented for the lavatory over here. I don't think that's going to have a vent on it. The main vent stack is going to be a 4-inch line on the older homes.
Okay.
And then you would plumb in the wall over to that big 4-inch pipe.
Yeah.
And it would vent. The drain for the sink and the tub are both running down to the ground level and tying into the main trunk line of the sewer pipe versus into the vent stack.
Okay.
So it's not properly vented.
What will that do?
Well, it could cause improper drainage where it would have to burp.
Right.
You know, but a lot of times people won't notice it on lavatories and stuff like that. It's usually a small amount of use and stuff. But what I'm saying is it's still not something that probably an experienced plumber would do, or if it was an experienced plumber, he probably did it to cut a corner.
Right.
I mean, it's PVC. It looks like it has glue in the purple primer, stuff like that on it. So somebody with some knowledge that did it.
Right.
But it wouldn't be done on a new home.
What about the slope on these?
Well, I mean,
we can look at that.
You got a P-trap. You got a P-trap off the tub. You know, the P-trap.
Yeah.
And then it just. What is it? Here's the floor where the tub's at.
Okay.
All right, here's the tub. That's upstairs. The drain's coming down and hitting the P-trap like it should. And then it just curves right back down again, which makes it an S-trap, and it drops into the main stack.
Okay.
Your sink comes straight down and then does that funny offset and goes in there. So it does like that. It has a funny offset to where somebody was trying to go one direction, did it wrong, had to cut it, and then put 2 fittings in there to offset it.
Okay.
And then this is your main trunk going out. So it's all draining into the main trunk versus the sink should be up in the wall running over and tying into the vertical stack.
Okay.
Instead of that though, it's going to the ground.
Okay.
Tying into the drain, the main trunk that's coming out the corner. Should be coming out the corner of this house somewhere. No outside clean out either. So there should be an outside clean out here too, within about a foot or so.
Okay.
Off the home. That's kind of like by code too, that you would have it.
There's also no bibs out here, no faucets anywhere around the house.
Yeah, they should have at least one.
Isn't that, what does the code require?
Well, at least one.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Why are you trying to get it inspected?
No, but I don't want problems.
Right.
Right,
Well,
and I'd like for you, while you're here, look at this other one too, because
Yeah.
So I've got people moving in here. What I don't want to have happen is I got people in the first, whatever. At any point, they're like, "Hey, man, toilets are stopping up constantly.
It's just a sloppy
problem."
job, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's a sloppy job. It might have been a plumber, but he did it sloppy.
Right.
I mean, even in the tub that I just walked and looked at, the overflow is not put on right. It's got a huge gap on it. and that sink, the faucet for the shower is like the cheapest thing I've ever seen. So I don't even know if you can repair that leak. You probably need to replace the faucet.
So what do you think is causing the leak in the
Cheap
tub?
piece of crap. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's like off-brand and cheap. I don't even see any identification tags on it. I don't even know where it came from.
Do you think it could have anything to do with there's not a regulator on here on the house?
Yeah, that could have something to do with it too. But there's no way to test the pressure. Well, you got a water heater?
Yeah.
We can put a pressure gauge on the water heater and see if it's above 75, 80. But if that's the case, you'll need a regulator. Plus, you need to change out that faucet.
Change the faucet's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not, but it's the other stuff that's concerning.
Yeah,
But
I mean, everything looks like it would work. I mean, it's just sloppy. At the end of the trunk line feeding the other bathroom over here, at the end of the pipe,
yeah,
it's bottlenecked from 3-inch down to 1.5 inches to feed, I guess, maybe a sink or something.
that's a supply line or drain line?
Drain
Line.
line.
So it's
but I mean,
so that's going to clog.
they
It's
could have put
faster.
at the end of that 3-inch pipe, they should have had a clean out plug, and then whatever that 1.5 inch line is should have drained either into the side of the pipe. I didn't really see a vent pipe coming out the roof over here, so it could be this whole bathroom's venting off of the sink itself.
That, and by the way, that while we're standing here looking at that house over there, that vent comes that 2 inches above the roof line.
Yeah, it looks like it fell down. It looks like it fell down. But again,
There's a vent over here. If we
as
walk
long
over-
as it functions. I mean,
Yeah. There's something there. There's one vent. Actually, from the street, you can see.
yeah. So that's good. And then same thing here. So it's the same floor plan basically.
Right. Yeah. There's one over here. Yeah. Well,
But, so
can I get you to walk under here while you're here,
Yeah.
please?
same guy do this one.
Yes, sir.
Was he a plumber? He looked like
He's a
really
plumber.
hard to tell. He used purple primer. He used, he did that stuff. But if it wasn't being, and that's another thing. If it wasn't being inspected, I don't really know why he used that stuff, because plumbers hate purple primer.
Okay.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's sloppy.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare to deal with. It gets on your skin and stuff, and it
Yeah.
dyes it.
Right.
So it seems like also a plumber might not have used purple primer if he knew it wasn't going to be inspected, because
Yeah.
everybody hates that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that might be a sign that it wasn't a plumber.
Yeah. He is a plumber, but yeah. Do you need a flashlight? I got one.
No, I mean,
Here, I'll go grab my light.
see, look,